Well, hello model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Revell, and here I'm working on my sponsored builds here from Hobby Nut Models, the 271 Mustang Boss 351s for those of you who've been following along. And I'm almost done, but I got pretty much the interiors done. But before I glue them together, I wanted to take this moment and show you some of the details. And I've also been working on the taillights and a few other things, but these interiors, they're looking pretty good, especially when you get to, the decal here for the shifter. There's decals all over. So there's the brake pedal decal right there, the shifter decal, the Hurst ones that are on the sides of the shifter on both sides, which are really hard to see. And then even some of these hinge ones here. But really liking how this one came out. And with the white and everything, it's really starting to pop. And then, but to show you the all black one, same thing, the Hurst shifter. So there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4 right here in the shifter. There's the gauge right there, the clock, and then the disc brakes thing, and then the two hinges here, the piano hinge decals. So I mean, they even give you those. That's number 45, and it took me a while to figure out what they were and really clumbing over the directions here. But there's those both interior tubs, and I'm ready to glue the door panels on. But here's one of the dashes that got done here, and then you can really see the decals here. Hopefully this will focus on it. So, all the gauges, and then the 4 decals just for the steering wheel, and then the gauges. Now I decided to paint the wood here instead of use the actual decal. That just worked out better for me. Oh, and it also has the VIN plate decal right here. So I got both dashes done. There's the other one. It's kind of hard to get the lighting in there just right without. So there's those. And then same thing, here's the door panels. Use the Motolo pen on the chrome right there, and then the decals for the wood, and Motolo right there on the window crank handle as well. So those are looking really good, and those are ready to glue on. So I got those done. Next up, I did do some painting of the taillights. Now I decided on the inside, I put some white in there, and then I sprayed the back stoplight red. So, this looks pretty good, but let's see from this angle, you can kind of see the texture and everything. I was going to paint the front, but then I realized if I do that, you're not going to be able to see some of that as well. But then, it gives it a three-dimensional look, especially with that backup light. There is a decal that goes there, but I may or may not try it. So those are done. Turn signal, shot the turn signals with some turn signal amber here. So there's those. And then while I was at it, I was painting the taillight bezels, and that's kind of a dry brushing technique right there. So, got some silver in there and dry brushed it, and just to highlight it. I'm really curious on how that's going to look when I get the taillight in there, and then I get the foil behind it to really make it pop. So I think those taillights are looking really, really good, and they're going to look really good in there. But those are pretty much ready to glue in, so I need to get the lenses in there, all the glass in there, but I still need to foil the bodies. And then for comparison, here's the other one, which on the silver ones, I still had to put the black in there and then do the dry brushing to really get those to stand out there. So we'll take another lens and see how that's going to look in there. I think that's going to look really good there. So I don't have it lined up just right, but that's okay. I'm not ready to glue that. So I'm going to continue on. So I'll do another update to this video, but I'll get those glued, and I'll get the bodies bare metal foiled. So stick around, stay tuned. All right, everyone, we are making some serious progress here, and show you what's going on here. Well, of course, I did get the interior tub completely assembled, so this is ready, and I've actually been playing with it and test fitting it. So both interior tubs are finished. So there we go. Some looks at what's going on there between the two of them. And of course, same thing, got the chassis done here. Here's the one with the black trimmings that's going under the grabber yellow car right here. And then of course, didn't really show you much of this one, but it's pretty much the same, other than it's got the silver on it. But that's all decked out and ready to go. So there's both of those. Just set that right there. And yeah, I got the bare metal foil on both bodies. And I'll tell you, that rearview mirror right there, that is kind of a challenge to put in there. I mean, you glue it right to the glass. I use the white glue here, the micro crystal clear. So I've been using that. But I mean, you put the dab of pink glue in there, then you literally, just prop it upright and get it to hang so because it won't dry like this or flat. So I literally use gravity to keep it straight and down. So that's how I got both of those in there. And then the dome light here, of course, and got all the windows in, and I got the decals on the quarter windows there. And then the taillights are in there, and the Tasca Ford, of course. And then on the inside of the taillights, I got the bare metal foil in there. That helps the light reflect and give them a bit more depth. So both of them are done that way. So, all the windows are in, so they're ready for the interior tubs to go into them. I do have little scratches here and there from using it or touching it, so I got to touch those up, but that's at the very end there. And so yeah, bare metal foiled, and all these decals are now on there and ready. And same with this one, bare metal foils on there, windows are in, sun visors are in, rear view mirrors in, and then you black out the windshield just a little bit right there. The instructions tell you where, because it's barely visible, but it's got a faded portion in there. But these are pretty much ready to go together. I got the Tasca Ford right there, and I put those decals on them too. So other than starting to put some of the interior and chassis together, so that's why I stopped right here. I can show you all the rest of this and all the details. And then plus I got a set of tires, wheels and tires done. So there's the blacking out in there, and then a little bit of a cleaning off of the spokes there. So there's the Magnum 500s with the Firestone wide oval decals. So there's a full set of 4. So I got one set done, and I've got the other set to do and put the decals on. And these decals stick really good. So make sure you keep the decals wet until you get them exactly where you want them, and then squish the water out and set them down. So they definitely grab really well. So with these decals, just make sure you keep that in mind. And then these are ready to get done. So I got this one's ready to be assembled. I got the wheels to do on this one, so I'm going to continue on some of this stuff, but I'll get those going as well. And then the next time you see this, they'll be completely done. I did glue the reflectors inside the mirrors, by the way, which those are actually left and right specific. They've got little pins and angles and everything. So those are left and right specific. And then also I got the turn signals done in amber. And I started to work on one of the grills. So here's one of the grills with the silver dry brushing. The other one I haven't done yet. But so these are getting there. And I'll either do the multi-low inside here, which is a little bit easier to do inside there. Plus, once you glue the lens on, you can bare metal foil in there. I've done it. It's kind of hard on this semi-gloss. It doesn't always stick real well and comes right off. I was bare metal foiling one of them, and it kept coming off on me, so I'll use the multi-low chrome pen, put that in there. But I do a big dab and I brush it, so I'll do that and get that in there. And there's just a couple of little areas left to do to touch up and everything. But the next time you see these are going to be done. So thanks again to Hobby Nut Models for sponsoring these and the paint and everything. And you guys that have been following along and watching and everything, I really do appreciate it. And I'll get these all finished up. So this will be my last update of these, and these will be done. And I've really enjoyed building these, but I'll talk more about that in presentation when they're both done. So thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments and everything. I really do appreciate it. And you guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next Saturday.